Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Taurus, this is a timeless reading, we can call it, because I've been asking about what your spirit team wants you to know at this very moment. It can be for the entire year. I've set no limits to this, but it can be for the very moment that you're in. Whatever your spirit team, whatever your guides wants you to know right now, that is of importance to you and what's going on with you right now. So we're going to start with a couple of cards here and then go deeper into the reading. So for Taurus, please, what do we have? And it's a general read, so it can be about anything and everything, but you'll feel what it's about. Taurus. We have 8. Okay, that's a little bit of a rainbow feel here. So I just feel the rainbow connection. I just feel the connection to a vision that you've had, or like something you try to connect with something and it's showing up as purple, pink, and green. It's like a little bit of a rainbow feel here. So it started with 8 of Raphael, which is like it's time to cross over. It's time to, there's something better waiting for you. Whatever this is for you, Taurus, if you recognize that, okay, yeah, there's something that I could do better. There's whether that is another job for you, another relationship for you, just a better, in general, a better situation. And you're really well equipped for it. Like I just see, this card for me is when you're ready to take on a challenge or ready to take on like the next adventure. And staying put where you're at doesn't serve you. In fact, I just today had this phone session with a person, and she was like, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm so tired. Usually, like, I just come home and I crash on the couch because I'm like so tired to do anything really. And the first thing that came to me was, it's really stressful and it's really tiresome to hold out your dreams. And she was like, ooh, that was another angle that I haven't thought about. Like it's really draining. If you have dreams in your mind, in your soul, if you have visions about certain things you want to do, and then on a daily basis, you do the opposite, or you continue to do something else, or you just don't walk towards your dream or towards your vision, do you know how much draining energy that just goes out the window? So no wonder you're tired at the end of the day, because if you have a dream and you 12 hours of your waking time do something that it has nothing to do with that, you're like going in complete separate directions all the time, and it's like pulling on your soul. So there's something about it, like it doesn't serve you. Let's say this is a more fun way of saying it. It really serves you. Your guides want you to know right now that it really serves you to move in the direction of your dream. And you're equipped for it. You have a friendly, like the dog is with you. Like it's a trustworthy path. It's loyal. Like whatever you're doing, it's going to stay loyal and true to who you are. We have a treasure chest here with like all the monies in the world, which can be like you have enough resources, you have enough support, but like you also have enough energy for it. It might just even feel like, oh, like I'm so fatigued. I don't have it in me to just go for it. But the very thing that you want, if you just sort of start to lean in that direction, you're going to start to feel really energized again, like in no time. There was something else I received. What was that? Right. It was just a story about my one of my sisters that so she and her she's living with her partner in this they're renting a house, and they've been renting this house for like a lot of years now. And it's not that like they're complaining all the time, but a lot of the times it's just a lot of complaint about how small it is, how they cannot do whatever they want to do because it's a rental, and they just want to move. They just kept talking about how they want to move, and then they have still just stayed in the house. And to be honest, those two people are quite tired a lot of the time. Although they're really, really creative and all of that, they're quite tired. And just before New Year's, they got the message from the person owning the house that actually we want you to move. We want you to be out of the house in 3 months, because the owner of the house now wanted to come back and live there themselves. And it started to panic for my sister. She was like, that's a beautiful New Year's gift. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. And really panicked for a couple of days there. Like, what do we do? We're not even, when I'm recording this, we're not even halfway into January and they already have their new place lined up. So there's something about, I'm telling this story because there's something about, like, if you have a dream and you have a dream and you think about it and you think about it, or you complain or you just don't feel content where you're at, it's just not satisfied there. You know that there's more, but you continue to stay where you're at and you continue to stay where you're at, you're sort of going to be a little bit nudged in the right direction. And sometimes it's a little bit of a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. And they're like, so not everything is all in place just yet, but like everything is just starting to line up. And the house that they're moving to is a little bit outside of the town. It's like everything that my sister's been wanting. They can have pets there. They can have pets where they lived. And just so many beautiful things coming about, where from the very start, it just felt really, they didn't even have in them to search for this place if they weren't even like pushed out there. They weren't looking, they weren't searching for another place. They just kept saying that they didn't want to live in the house that they were in. And so there's something about, you have the resources. You just sort of have to start walking to the other side of it to see what's there. And I know that's frightening sometimes. I know that's taking a leap into the unknown, because you don't know if it's there. But the thing is that the unknown doesn't show up until you start walking. That together with Three of Ariel, and this is like such a creative card, such a creative energy. This is like, you have so many things, you can have so many things on your plate. Okay, a couple of things coming through here, because one perspective is that you have so many things on your plate, there's never room to do the thing you want to do. Like, well, I would love to cross over to this side and into the unknown and explore and all that. That would be beautiful. But you try a day in my shoes and you'll see that there's not one single minute left over to do that thing. So that's one aspect of it. You might even use it a little bit as an excuse to not get moving. Another thing is that you have so much, like there's so much creativity inside of you. There's so much opportunity that is waiting if you were to just start to cross over. And you know, if both of these things are true, or like if you know if you're one of those that you sort of can't get moving because you have too much to do, or if you don't have all that much to do at all, but you just don't, we just compete. I mean, I'm no different. You just continue to talk about what you don't have rather than start to move towards what you want, because it might be just such a, what do you even do? Where do you even start? How do you even start to walk towards? How? Show me how. Well, you have to start walking, and the shown, the resources will start to show up. There is so much to gather here, to explore, to put together, to piece together, that would just, it will be the most satisfying thing for you to do if you just start walking. And Three of Ariel is like, that's celebration, that's manifestation. And the High Priestess, so the inspired message here for Taurus in this timeless message is, if you have a vision, or like you have a dream that's on the other side of something, you might even feel like on the other side of something. Let's just take out the bridge in between. because the rainbow feeling is there. There is a connection already. Like there is a link already. So it's almost like, okay, you're setting your GPS. If you're in your car and you're setting your GPS, you trust that putting in the address to where you're going and you just press start, you trust that it's going to take you at least it can be debatable. Some people in my family were like, well, I don't know if the GPS is like telling the truth all the time. But most of us trust the GPS. You put in the address and you press start and you trust that it's going to show you, sometimes even going off like, why do they want me over there? We usually drive, and then it's because it was heavy traffic, or it was because it was an accident, or you trust that it's going to take you to your result, right? This is the same thing. This is like you setting your GPS, but instead of it being a real GPS, or instead of it being like something showing up on a physical screen, this is your own intuition. This is you saying, okay, I want whatever is on the other side of that. And let's not even call it the other side. I want what's right here. I want what I'm prepared for. I want what I'm ready for. I want what I'm here for. It's right here. I want that. Show me the money. Show me the path. And your GPS is your intuition. To really start to trust the guidance from within. And so it's interesting because this is an inspired message from your guides. And the message is to say, trust the message. Trust the guidance. This is also about going within and meditating, finding a lot of the answers in a quiet space where you just doesn't necessarily have to be meditation. It can be when you're standing in the shower. It can be when you're out on the walk in the forest. It can be, even like doing dishes or doing something where driving your car, it's like when you're a little bit on autopilot, if that makes sense. Like you're doing something that is so accustomed to you that is just, it's on autopilot. It just goes by itself almost. It has the brain enough occupied on what you're doing because you can't completely go out the window because you'll drive off the road and you'll not see when the car comes out from, So you're enough invested, but it's on such autopilot, it's such a muscle memory what you're doing, that you're also quite free to interpret, like to have new information come in. So when you're showering and shampooing your hair, or when you're doing dishes, or when you're driving in your car, or you're out for a walk or whatever, it doesn't have to be in quiet meditation, is when something can just come in. To then have that come in, listen to that, and have the bravery to follow it, to follow through with whatever comes through there. So can we just clarify this a little bit for Taurus? I'm getting so excited for you guys because it's like, it sounds so fun. Just decide what the destination is, press start, and then start to trust your spirit team that they will guide you in the right direction. And you will be mind blown how, like, if you're here and you want to get to a relationship, or if you're here and want to get to that job, or you're here and you want to get to more money or health or whatever, that maybe right this moment, in your wildest dreams, you have no idea how you're supposed to get there. It just doesn't, because you don't have the resources, or you don't have the physical path, or you've never done this before, or, to just be mind blown on how spirit can just lead you exactly to where you need to be. Try it. I recommend it. And it's the only path anyway. Can we clarify this whole message, please? For Taurus. I felt the spiritual union card come out, but I had something completely different come out there. I'm gonna go another route. another route on my GPS. Okay. So we have 2, 3, and then 3, 4. So we have 2 3s on a table, which is celebration and manifestation. But okay, so what I'm getting with this is that there's been we have heartache and loss here. And 2 things come through with that. So one is that there's been enough disappointment, let's call it. There's been enough setbacks. There's been enough literally heartache that has stretched you to its limit, where you feel like you might even have started to become like a fear to move forward, to move towards your dream. Like maybe you are going after your dream. Maybe you're like arguing with me right now saying, I am doing all of those things. I am moving forward. I am sending my book to this and this many publishers. I am on every single dating app. I am putting myself out there, you know. But there's something here, Taurus, that is holding you back. And it might be due to experiences from your past that doesn't fully allow for you to just step forward. You might think you do all the physical things correctly, but it's like sitting in a car. It's like saying you should go for a drive, but I don't see you even go near a car. Like, how would you go on a drive if you're not even near a car? And you would argue and say, I am near a car. I'm in the car. I've even, put the seatbelt on and everything. I'm so prepared for this drive. But then you don't have any petrol or any gas in the car. There's no energy that backs it up whatsoever. The physical looks right. You can be on every dating app in history, but if you're not there and you're not prepared and like have an open heart and are excited to bring someone new into your life, it doesn't matter how many dating apps you're at. And also, if you, I don't know, I keep seeing this. Maybe there's someone that has written a book, and you've been sending this book to several publishers, and they are just, so you're doing the job, like you're sending it to several publishers, and they're just rejecting the book. Look at what's going on here. What is it that, like, if you're honest with yourself, is there something holding you back? Is there disappointment from the past? Are you talking yourself out of it? Is it like they're not gonna, why would they print my book? Like, that's just a utopia, really. Like, instead of okay, so I'm seeing that someone has just really gotten truly disappointed in the past, or really hurt, or really it stretched you to its limits. And so therefore there's a little bit of a fear of moving forward. The other thing is that I'm seeing that something has just now knocked you down. Like, you really went for whatever it was and it really knocked you down. And you wouldn't even consider that to be like you're using something from your past. You're in this very moment feeling like, oh, this is not going to work because I was just knocked down. Obviously, where you're at on this emotional journey, be kind to yourself and do the process in all like kindness to yourself. You'll feel when you're ready. The other card that is coming out is rest and rejuvenate. So it's asking you to, this is a meditation card, not again, but I was talking about meditation and how like be out in the forest or getting the messages when you're in the shower or in the car or whatever. And this is the place. Little incoming mail there. It scared me. Yeah, this is a place where you put yourself back together. This is where you really get the answers. Your guides want you to know that it's in the meditation or in that quiet place or in that stillness that you're going to put yourself back together. You're going to find that path again. And depending on where you're at with this, whether this is something that really happened a long time ago, but you're still sort of using it as an excuse. Having too much to do can be an excuse. Being burned in the past can be an excuse. And I know it sounds harsh when I use it as it's just an excuse. but it's still an excuse. Like, it's still a reason. It's a reason for you not moving forward. And whatever that is, whether that happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, or right this moment, what will bring you back is just rest and rejuvenate. Just put yourself back together. Find your stillness and your peace in meditation or nature walks, or, you know, water is just really fascinating. Water can do wonders. Just standing in the shower or taking a bath, it's just really, really healing for everything. And it's 2, 3, 3, 4. So it's like it's a beautiful process. We don't rush this, but it's like you can start walking now. You're ready. You're prepared. It hasn't set you back in that sense. It just has made you more determined, more clear, if anything. So we'll just do a little message here from the angel realm. What do you want to add to that? Ooh, do you have anything? I think I saw what that was. Yep, it was meditation brings answers. I don't know how much clearer we can get about you need meditation or find a quiet place or a place that brings stillness. And then we have within the next few weeks. So I love this. Either you can, I think for most people, this is about like you just get into that meditative state. You say that? And as you get in there and you really start to make that a priority and a routine, a discipline, you're going to have beautiful results. You're going to start to see things shift within the next few weeks. It can also be that, and take this to heart, like take this whatever feels better to you, whatever resonates most to you, that the meditation journey to really get into the stillness, to really, you know, even meditation can be tiresome. You need a certain amount of energy to meditate. I know it sounds silly, but you probably know what I mean. If you're at that end where you just feel so tired or so fatigued or so drained or so sad or whatever, meditation is a stretch. Meditation is something you sort of have to have a little bit of energy to even go into. Even if it's just to sit still and breathe, you need to have the right amount of energy to go in and do that. So don't push it and don't stress yourself. So for some of you guys, it can even be that meditation starts, like this is a commitment and it starts within the next few weeks. Like you need a couple of weeks now to just rest and rejuvenate, and then you're on board again. Like then we can start the meditation journey or the stillness journey or the, you know, put the destination in, press start and just follow that intuition of yours. And you will end up in the destination. Like your guides won't steer in the wrong direction. It will just be the most awesome journey ever. But be kind to yourself to when you start this journey. Like we always get, it's not like, oh, I'm going to start it tomorrow, so today your spirit team has just forgotten about you. No, of course not. But today you might do something that you ordinarily would do like every single day, that it is not taking you in the direction of what you're saying you want, and that is the destination. To just say, and you know, the destination doesn't have to be a relationship. The destination can be happiness. The destination can be feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling satisfied, feeling content, like feeling love. It doesn't have to be like a specific thing. It can be a feeling. Okay? That is what I have for you, beautiful Taurus. I hope it's uplifting and inspirational. And like I said, it's timeless. So whenever you get this message, it's for round about that time. Okay? I also want to say that I am continuing to do private readings. You know that I have stopped doing the extended ones, and I now do private readings instead. But there's a little bit of a wait list because I have been sick for such a long time that everything that was supposed to be done before, like prior to Christmas and New Year's, I have to now like moved it up and do those first. They are a priority first. But please send me an email if you wish to know more about getting your own private reading. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.